DarkCrystalFlame here, and today on my Pokemon Insurgence Nuzlocke, I'll be continuing to explore Altier, or Altria, however you say it, city. So last time I had 2 more Pokemon die against a rival battle with Damien, and now I'm going to explore the city. Wonder if I'm going to fight Nora again at some point soon. Altria Town is often where young trainers will go first when setting on an adventure. They'll learn about all sorts of things here. In fact, that's why this town was founded. A place of all the world's knowledge. That it was founded to be a place for people to just come to when they're new trainers. Talk to everyone. Some people may want to trade Pokemon or offer rare items. I came to Altria Town to learn about battling from the books in the library. Super helpful. I never even heard of entry hazards before. Okay, can I read from this bookshelf? God, no. Hear that the gym leader in Kelpler City has a laboratory with all sorts of appliances. Ovens, washing machines, lawnmowers, a whole lot. AKA Rotom. Previous. Oh, there's nothing good on TV. But apparently there is a Rotom on TV. So, Rotom's not going to count towards my first Pokemon just because it's like a pseudo-legendary and I don't allow it to catch those. I think they just have a rare chance of appearing whenever you click on TVs. Okay, can I get a Pokemon from the water? Because I haven't gotten a Pokemon catch from Altria City yet. Corfish? Yeah. That's amazing. Worse. Really? It's 2 times I've killed the Pokemon right as I've seen it this playthrough so far. God, this is just so terrible. It's 2 potential catches failed, both of them water types, which I'm low on. In fact, you are my last or second to last one.
There's so many lazy people here in this town. They won't go into the library themselves. They hire people to find books for them. Lazy! It's easy money, though.
The marks on the statue's stone detail the life of Satoru Iwata. It wishes him a sweet and peaceful rest. Yes. It's pretty nice that they put in that thing for Iwata. Would you like to trade Pokemon? I'll trade you my Slugma for anything. Not currently, but I'll keep that in mind.
Look at those 2 controlling their Pokemon. They're clearly expert trainers. I wish I could battle like them well someday. You net my chance against my Zigzagoon. Go on, get him.
You'll pay for something my pride like that. Go, Poochyena. Show him what you're made of. Okay. I assume they're just waiting, being in the way until I progress the story. Here in Altria Town, we don't judge you based on how you look or where you're from. We're all friends here, known by our joy of reading. Speaking of which, have you considered checking out our library? Yes, I have. Just not yet. You look really familiar. Have I seen your face on TV somewhere? I guess I can't quite place it. I guess you just have one of those faces. I mean, I was in a TV show. Would you like to trade Pokemon? Traded you my Drillbur for any Dragon-type Pokemon. Wow. You just had to go ahead and remind me, didn't you, that my only Dragon-type died last episode? Wow. Can't believe him. I did go in that house, right? No.
Back when I was in college, I was in the graduating class with Ryuga and Professor Sylvian. Those 2 were super smart. It's no wonder why they became so close. You know a prophecy that talks about the cults and everybody else talks about? I heard a rumor that it was written in the Altria library. There's an orb in the abandoned wing that some people think has to do with it, but I don't believe them. Rumors are just rumors after all. Could you do me a favor? I've been searching for the library, and I couldn't find the book I was looking for anywhere. It was about moonlight and healing moves. If you could find it for me, I could give you something in return.
I'm just going to steal this from you? Yeah. You don't get to play with that rock anymore. What's up? They call me the Peak Taxi guy. My taxi for no cost will get you anywhere you need to go. As long as you've been there before, that is. Are you interested? is there a Pika Taxi location everywhere now? I think I would have rather just kept the rocket boots. Pika Taxi being an area in every town just seems a bit funny. Okay, yeah, I guess I didn't save after getting a message from the director. It came a lot quicker than last time. Statue of Pokemon. This statue is dedicated to the King Van Versman, who was credited with inventing the ancient version of the Pokemon hundreds of years ago. Is that a reference to the Pokemon movie? Because I know that there was one in which, like, the Pokeballs getting invented were like the base original Pokeball or something along the lines of that. Oh, Lavender Town music. Welcome to the Altaira Town Laboratory. You just changed the name again. I'm Zachary, the librarian here. I've made it my goal in life to instill the love and joy in reading in young kids. If you need any help, let me know. Can I read these books? Yes, I can. It's called The Play of Taming the Sandshrew. Legends of Sinnoh. I'm reading this fascinating book about the ancient city of something of Torch. Okay. Apparently it was created by a Pokemon with 1,000 hands. Trick Room for Dummies by London. That name was specifically pointed out. Professors of note. Sure. Many Pokemon professors, scientists who study Pokemon as a profession, will feign mediocrity. However, the names of some professors have withstood the test of time. Professor Oak, for key input into the development of the first Pokedex and the training of arguably the strongest trainer of all time. Professor Elm, for his discoveries about Pokemon breeding and extraordinary research. Last but not least, Professor Sycamore, for his astounding discoveries about Mega Evolution. Honorable mentions include Professors Birch, Sylvine, Juniper, and Rowan. This book isn't very interesting. Maybe another one? No, I want to read this one. Come on, game. The Grapes of Poliwrath. Come on, I can't read the Grapes of Poliwrath either? God. Man, there's pretty boring ones here. Religious freedom in Tauren. The Tauren region prides itself in religious freedom for all of its citizens. Unfortunately, this has led to several wars and conflicts, such as the cult plague around the nation. Since being implemented to change laws around religion freedom, propositions include restricting worship of legendaries or merely removing the ability to bypass any laws due to religious beliefs. Yeah, I'd bypass any laws due to religious beliefs. Great cause to have. Love in the Time of Charmander. Not very interesting. These cool little crystal things. Autonomy of a Dugtrio. Many experiments have been done in order to truly understand what goes on in Diglett and Dugtrio beneath the surface. Compiled below is a list of information, I think that's supposed to be of, unknown about the parts of Diglett and Dugtrio below the game. Wow, not even going to let me read. I'm reading up on famous users of Electro-type Pokemon. Super interesting. Never heard of Lieutenant Surge before. 100 years of Geodude. This book isn't very interesting. Girl with a Dragonite tattoo. I'm sure more of these books have been references that I haven't been getting. Because I haven't seen or read a Girl with Dragon Tattoo, but I know it exists. Pokemon races. Pokemon races have been an attractive tourist destination in Sonata City for many years. What's very interesting about the races is that Pokemon's speed does not seem to be factored in who wins in the race. Swell is just as likely to win as an Electrode. It has a very interesting betting and gambling opponent to the races.
You're not really supposed to be talking when you're in here. It's a library after all.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to do commentary for YouTube, so you just shut up. Good night, Lunatone. God, apparently libraries have more boring books than I thought. American Psyduck. Who was the first Pokemon trainer? Experts and historians often disagree as who was the very first Pokemon trainer was, due to a difference in definitions. Some define a trainer as someone who uses Pokeballs to train and capture Pokemon, whereas others define it as someone who had any control over Pokemon whatsoever. Most people agree that the very first person to train a Pokemon for use in combat was King Versern, who controlled a majority of the medieval world. However, some people don't believe the era of Pokemon trainers began until the common use of Pokeball, of which Agatha of the Kanto was first major user. Healing and You. It's full of information and equations to deal with healing moves. It'd actually be a bit useful. Then again, I guess I could just use Bulbapedia or something. I've got swagger. No. I'll read it just because I want to read all the books. And it's just on moves. I knew I shouldn't have read it. Get out of here. Arceus and Giratina. Arceus and Giratina are the names of the two most ancient Pokemon in cosmology. Ancient texts say that Arceus granted Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina. However, Giratina was displeased and revolted. His insurgency was quickly stamped down. His insurgency wasn't placed there just because it's the title of the game or everything. By the other three creation Pokemon. He was banished to the Distortion World. This book isn't very interesting. The Bugsby Scandal. Bugsy Scandal was a term detonated to the incident many years ago which involved the young gym leader Bugsy of the Johto region, who was accused of intentionally losing a Pokemon battle for money. Since then, the Azalea Town gym has been disbanded due to public backlash and negative stigma. A Fault in Our Start use. This book isn't very interesting. Reverse Pokeballs. Poke, Great, and Ultra Balls are commonplace items for every Pokemon trainer. Certain types of Pokeballs, however, are sought after by all sorts of trainers. The Master Ball is a legend amongst trainers for its ability to catch any Pokemon without fail. The Ancient Ball is another rare form of Pokeball that works especially well in legendaries. It also exists an Infinity Ball, but not much is known about it. One has never been replicated. AKA, these are totally not hints for future in the series, or the Insurgence game. The Very Hungry Caterpie. Well, the books I'm looking for are not on this first floor. Is this a painting or a window? I don't think the trees outside were that color. Book on the floor. Is that Professor Elm? I think so. What a beautiful view of the outside world. Simply astounding, incredible, wonderful. I may have been looking at too many thesauruses. There's another book on the ground. Professor Oak. Interesting. God, I'm gonna spend this entire episode in the library. It's gonna be the most boring episode ever. I mean, the most interesting episode ever. Potions cost Pokérus. What? Potions cost Pokérus? Oh. Vaccines cost autism joke. Sandstorm Guiding Competitive Play. Yeah, Pokérus is actually a good disease thing that you can have in your Pokemon that makes them gain effort values quicker, at double the rate. If one Pokemon is caught that is infected, it can infect all your other Pokemon, but if you heal them at the Pokemon Center before others are infected, I'm pretty sure it can no longer spread. It's really rare. I think it's actually rarer than getting a shiny. I've only ever had it once, and that was through trading on GTS. Guide to Giving Your Pokemon a Better Home by definitely not a Team Rocket member. Lord of the Flygons. Like, there's so many more book references they could have done. I'm surprised how many. Oh, this is this boring book. For the Who, the Beldum Tolls. This one is covered in chains. Dr. Jellicent and Mr. Hydreigon. Anything to read here? Come on, this one even has a black outline. Gotta check on all these books on the floor just in case. I read that bookshelf. Okay, and that's it. This book isn't very interesting. Guide to Live. Definitely not Team Rocket member. Tale of Mewtwo Cities. Cannot check those bookshelves. Old Man in the Seadra. Kanto region and its heroes. Did you know that Smeargle can use most of the moves inside Pokemon? It's because it only learns Sketch. Well, I'm learning so many new things today. Not interesting. Dance with Dragonites. Dance with Dragons is a good book. Of course, I've read all the Game of Thrones books, so... Tale of Vercerin. Seems to be a fictional story about a young hero of the Vercerin region. How interesting. Not interesting. Aesop's Cleffables. The One Who Flew Over the Sparrow's Nest. Oh, I do not want to click it again. Not interesting. Not as interesting. Picture of Dorian Grey Ninja. Not interesting. Not interesting. Okay, I think I'm done with this part. Can't collect these paintings. Can I not go through here? Why is there a carpet? Okay, the door's locked. Abandoned Wing, keep out. An abandoned wing? You've just triggered more story stuff that you don't actually want to trigger. Bad
fine, DCF. This might be where the prophecy is stored.
I agree, nobody knows about the prophecy except the cult leaders. It would have to be hidden somewhere, where most people wouldn't look. Oh ho ho! Are you three going into the abandoned library wing?
May I ask you what interests you? Oh, we're just going to look for a very old book, sir. We're trainers, you see. We're trying to take down the cult, and we figure that one prophecy about them might be locked back here.
I see. You'd be surprised at how many people look for that prophecy. You are an idiot, Nora. You shouldn't just say what your plan is. Tourists. I'll let you in if you want. There's no prophecy back there, but there's that one glowing orb.
An orb? What do you mean?
That's right. It's been there since the library was built. It's only one of many different odds and ends flying around that wing. For whatever reason, people believe it had something to do with prophecy. They're trying to get it to react. I've already seen hundreds of people leave disappointed. Sure you really want to waste your time?
Well, we may as well try, right? Damien, for once in your life,
God, she is so mean to Damien. Is this because a lot of the fans didn't like Damien's character? And they're just being mean to Damien in the text now? I don't think they were as mean to him, they were a bit mean.
Listen, please. I promise we'll be quick.
Fine. We'll really need to be fast. I have a lot of things to do today. I guess I won't explore the left wing yet. Glowing orbs at the far end of the abandoned wing. I'll take you two to go see it. Be careful though. There are both wild Pokemon and possibly even trainers back here. Yeah, we've just locked the trainers in this room.
Let's go find out what the future holds.
Yeah, not right now. There's still the left wing for me. God, this episode is going to just be the library. Criticism of a second Agu. Pages have been ripped out. Is that supposed to be as if Augur? Internet entry hazards by Cindy, Ashton, and Torin.
Due to the variety of clothing available to purchase and people not wearing the same thing 24/7, fashion is a very big deal to the citizens of Torin. Popular trends at the moment include all purple get-ups made by popular celebrities of the region, as well as a love for fedoras due to the speakers against his cosmology beliefs.
Lapras shrugged? Okay. New Moon Guide by Tobias. It's Elman Oak again.
I'm looking for a book on how the weather conditions affect babbling. You should know that there are conditions exclusive to the Torin region. I'm going to become an expert of them all.
A Whirlpool in Time. This globe, another book. The Great Ghastly.
I wonder how they managed to make that crystal float.
Chains are actually pushing up. Sky High Hoenn by Brendan. You know, I still haven't found the books I'm looking for. The Otashai. These books better not be like hidden on special floor tiles or anything. Gayatown. Gayatown is a small town in the northwestern corner of the region. It's comparatively small, but has a variety of facilities that are available to trainers, such as a battle mansion and a battle guild. It's pretty much foreshadowing for future content. Notably, the first Algar was also born in Gayatown, and before his disappearance, in a dark-themed gym. Guide to Baton Pass. Not interesting. Where the wild Pokemon are. Video games. There are many popular video games in the world, but none are so popular than the game Humans. It's loosely based off of real life, but the difference of not having Pokemon in the world. It's commonly classified as an ultra-horror or depressing game. It's definitely not recommended to be played. Go outside and play with your Pokemon instead. Gotta agree, that book seems pretty true. Rapidash of Courage. Team Building Basics. Gayatown again, I've already read that. The library is super interesting. So much of the information is useless, but it's all cool. Adventures of Shuckleberry Finn. Catcher in the Raichu. Not interesting. Clearly that latter isn't suspicious. Secret Life of Combees. What? I don't know why I'm saving, but this here just feels like something bad. I mean, I'm not going to reset to my save anyway.
This upper floor is bizarre, but the books are just so darn interesting.
Cosmological horrors. Dubbed anime, and why it isn't as bad as you might think. The floor of the library is truly filled with horrific books. How to summon Darkrai. So first, everyone doesn't see this one.
Be careful with the books you find up here. Some of them contain dangerous or confidential information. That's why we're allowed to just freely go up here and read them.
Ooh, a TM. Entirely Latin and written in Latin. Backstory: some prominent ghost-type Pokemon such as Chandler, Drafoon, and Bayonet. The deep-sea Pokemon that the government has been hiding from the population. The Abyssal Cult heard about this one. If the Abyssal Cult. This book seems to be about the worship of Garantina and discuss potential ways to free it. Lots of grisly results are described within. But this book seems to be purring. I'm saying I better not touch this one. This book details about Delta Pokemon through experimentation. Anyway, that's not what I expected to be up the ladder. I thought there'd just be a bookshelf for me to click higher up for some reason. Did not mean to click that button. Talk to you, right? Yeah. Not sure about the guy right here. Bingo, this wall of red sweepy eyes. So those eyes follow me. Do they follow you? There aren't eyes on the painting. Hitmonton's Top Guide to the Galaxy. Okay. I've read this bookshelf too, correct? Yes. I think I am ready to go to the further left wing. God, this video's been 20 minutes. I'm still reading books in the library. 22, in fact. For whom the weeping bell tolls.
It's just, you're not supposed to talk in here.
Top secret Pokemon information. Some information is super top secret. Certain Pokemon can have a rare quality to them. Recently discovered this quality can affect the strength of their moves, their defenses, and so much more. Scientists have tentatively dubbed this quality a Pokemon's type. Keep in mind this information is top secret. Types are top secret? Living in the Snow by Yuki. This book is loose. I think it got something to happen. See? This is why you should explore the library. Oh shit, that's a Delta Pokemon, isn't it? You know what? I do not have a library catch. I'm glad I didn't go to the right yet, as that means I can actually have a Delta for my catch for once. Oh man, that is great. A Badoo, a Delta Badoo. Level 10, so no fighting that for me. That Badoo looks crazy as all hell. It does not look like a Badoo at all. Hey, Badoo, you want to be my friend? Okay, that's definitely an unrevealed Delta as far as I know. Damn, you don't even want to be my friend. Wow. Only level 10 though, so I'll need quite a bit of training. I don't even know what type that'd be based off of looking at it. Does this count as a dark place? I don't know. Level Ball, lower level than your own. I mean, there's quite a big difference. Level Ball's probably around maximum usefulness right now. It's not often that I'm going to find Pokemon this much lower level, so got the Badoo. It's a Delta. Really nice to find that and actually have it for my catch here. And I decided to explore the left wing. Darkened Fairy. Due to its mutation, it cannot withstand sunlight. It hides itself during the day and stares longingly at the moon during the night. Badoo's nickname. Something I forgot to do. Go get nicknames for Pokemon. Why not? Guess I can update my counter. 26 caught. I'm now even with my alive and dead. One thing I heard that there's a bug with one particular Delta Pokemon. Don't know what the bug is. Manipulating the stock market in you. Is there actually a stock market I can manipulate? That'd be great. I always need money. Stock market in the Tauran region functions like the majority of stock markets. As the value of a company goes up, so does your share. So technically it's illegal due to the small overall population of the region. But the market can be influenced slightly by purchases. Investing in Pokeballs before buying a lot of them is a very viable strategy. Can you actually do that? Kind of like go to the black market in the previous town and buy stocks? fighting compendium, sort of odd diagrams and graphs and drawings to do with fighting type Pokemon. Something there. Probably just a book. Grimer and Punishment. Uninteresting. Used to be a trainer.
Those days are long past, so you might want to find a better use
For these than I did. Don't know how many there are, so thank you. The Giving Trenant. Wow, apparently this is just a row of uninteresting books. Yep. Lawrence of Abra. Anyway, now that I'm done checking through all of those books, 25 minutes of this video can be a bit longer so that there's more Pokemon stuff besides catching a level 10. Okay, the Abandoned Wing. Wait a second. Does the Abandoned Wing have a different name location? Because if so, that means I get 2 catches. Altria Library. It totally does. I get to have an extra catch because this classifies as a different area. That is quite nice. Still haven't found the book that I'm supposed to look for. Is it in this part?
You shouldn't be back here.
Okay. Well, you shouldn't hold candles in an area entirely made out of wood like that. It's hot ink that burn you, and then you drop the candles, and it wouldn't be a very good time. Pets is down. I have the counter directly against you. And speaking to Ghost something. I forget what Sucker Punch does to make it scary. There's too much I forget about Pokemon. I haven't played in so long. Ominous Wind. I'll switch just because I do not want to be overly risky here. Swallow. I think Swallow is good in both classes, correct? I've also given my old Black Sludge to Bad Husk now. Wait. Okay. I was about to say, shouldn't these be in different locations, but I think my other one. Sucker Punch is a Dark type, if I recall correctly. It's still toxic. That actually makes Venom Shock even more powerful, so I'm glad I didn't do that first. Yeah. I think it's still survival hit unless it's a crit. Toxic comes into effect, and I have to switch now. Assuming it's another Sucker Punch, which I'm guessing is physical, 3 can come on out. Failed entirely. You know what, just protect. I don't even take any damage. Okay, I want to catch a Pokemon here, and then I'll go and heal. And I'll probably end the video as well. So, let's see what I can find here. Probably a ghost? I mean, they've got Lavender Town music. Ghost is what I guess. Gengar! Oh, I like that. I really like that. Payback? Well, I haven't heard you yet, so... decent amount of damage. So what's so amazing about Cotton Guard is that your stats rate is Jurassic. Yes. Which means 2, and you've got fully raised in his stats. It's about time. Bug, I think, is neutral to Dark. Gengar is a ghost, but apparently it does have a gender, so why not? Probably not an old level to actually be worth using special balls at least, though. Yeah. Oh. Great. Really fast. Ooh, that is really nice. I guess Junk Flag I'd want to be my catching Pokemon just because of Confused and Paralyze. At least until I can get someone with Sleep, maybe? Okay, so you're highly unlikely to hit me at this point. Here's my last regular Pokeball. Really, immediately? Well, I'm not asleep, so... No, I'd rather confuse you again. Don't want to hit him at this point because I have no idea how much damage I do. And Ampharos is a great special attacker. Also, that payback can be rather scary. I don't really have anyone that I want to risk hitting you with. Just hurt yourself in the knee just a little bit. No. Really? Come on, Confuse Ray, do something good. This paralysis isn't even coming into effect either. Oh, we're not going to break out. Special defense. Good enough. And he also has several physical attacks, so... And you hurt yourself once. I have Rocky Helmet, so... There's that. And I have the same gender, so no more Love Ball strategy. Come on. I even pressed down B. Need to go buy more Pokeballs. Didn't have that many Ultra Balls, so it was definitely a decent amount that the person gave me. And I have a Gengar, which is an extremely nice to catch. Gengar is a great Pokemon. Deep in the night, your shadows cast me. Green light, and may suddenly overtake you. It's actually Gengar running past you, pretending to be your shadow. Still don't have Pokemon nicknames. Arsenic, sure. Anyway, now that I've caught those two Pokemon, and have read a huge amount of books in the library, next time on Pokemon Insurgence, I'll probably get more done than having, like, what, over 20 minutes of video spent reading? See you guys next time.